This is Panther Weekly here with Kentucky Wesleyan track and field head coach Tony Rowe. Coach, can you first talk about last week's meet?
Yeah, we had a good meet down in Emory. We actually had some pretty good weather, which was kind of a relief opening up outdoors. It was supposed to rain 2 days, but we had really nice weather. A lot of teams. There were 45 schools there, which don't always show up in the results because a lot of those teams don't even score. But we had some decent performances, and I know that probably our outstanding athletes were James Glenn on the men's side. James ran 11:27, which I think is a conference leader now in the 100, and that's not near as fast as he will run, but that was into a headwind. Then he came back with a 22:9 200. And then he also ran on a 4x1 that ran 43.4. That team will run a lot faster this year, but that wasn't a bad way to open up. And what I was really excited about was James split under 50 seconds for the 400 and the distance medley. And so he had a good meet. And it just seemed like he kind of went through the weekend and just, it was kind of steady, but he, when you look at the results at the end of the meet, he was pretty good, And then on the women's side, we actually had one of our throwers, Cornelia Thomas, threw a school record not a school record in the discus, but in the hammer. And I think she threw a conference leading mark in the discus, and then she also came back and threw the shot. So she had a busy weekend. She was throwing all weekend and handled it well. Kind of overlooked a little bit one of our athletes when I was looking at the results and went back and saw what an outstanding meet Nia Harden had. Nia is one of our freshman sprinters, and she actually set school records in both the 100 and the 200, and then she was a part of the 4x1 and the 4x4. And the 4x4 set a school record also. So Nia had a really good meet. But I think that we it was just kind of a beginning for us. I don't think it was an outstanding meet, but it was a decent opening meet for us.
Can you just talk a little bit more about Cornelia Thomas and James Glenn? They both were named GMAC Track and Field Athlete of the Week, and this is actually the second time that James has won the award already this season.
Both of them, like I said, Cornelia, to ask an athlete to throw 3 events, it means that you get there. She had a throw on Friday. I think the hammer's on Friday evening. She comes back Saturday morning with a shot. Then she comes back after that with a discus in the afternoon. So she had no breaks during the meet. And the thing you got to realize is there are several heats in those throwing events, circle flights. And she was in the final flight of each one of them, so she had to warm up, wait through all the flights, 2 or 3 other flights, and then throw, And so it makes it a long day for her. But not only that, when you get through the flights, the top 9 athletes have finals, and she got to the finals, of course, in the hammer and the discus. So. Kudos to her for having, the fortitude and everything to stay out there and stay with it, But she did an outstanding job. Then James just, you know what you're going to get with James. That's the best he's got. James is one of the hardest working young men that I've ever worked with. And we can, no matter what we put him in, he's going to give us 100%. And James is going to run a lot faster as the spring progresses. So I'm really happy, to be able to coach them and work with them. But they're pretty typical of the young people we've got. So.
And this weekend you're back at it again. This time you're travel to Lexington for the Transylvania Invitational. Can you just give your thoughts and expectations on that meet?
Trans is a little bit different than Emory because there's not near as many teams. There's about 15 teams. There are teams that we feel like we're going to compete real well with. We're seated, pretty high in several events. And so I look forward to seeing what we can do, point-wise as far as team scores go. But again, it's just a continuing build toward the end of the season. And again, we're supposed to have pretty decent weather, so I think we're gonna have some good times this weekend.
All right, Coach. Thank you for your time, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.